F105 playing on your screen featuring Callie Fraser. It's the Steel and Gold mix. I'm James Zile. It's lunch. Happy lunch. Shout out to Rachel. Shout out to Andrew Fantasia for joining us on this lunch break as well. Andrew, what up?
That's my name. As far as I'm concerned, it's still dinner because I haven't eaten in about 18 hours. But lunch, yeah, we'll call it lunch. That sounds good. Hello, everybody. What did you say that was called? The Steel and Gold mix. That I wish everything had a Steel and Gold mix. That is a badass name. F105. They always provide us with wonderful bumper music, and that is, of course, our good friend Din Sky Singer. So thank you for that music, Mr. Sky Singer. But yeah, that's the Steel and Gold mix, and we're going to be stealing and golden and mixing your hearts this lunchtime on this new show. This is the way, because that's sort of what we have to deal with now. Everybody is sitting at home because that is the way. It's kind of a scary world, but that's okay. We're going to make it a little less scary. We want to keep you company about all this, right? Yeah, we want to talk about C3PO and other things that are not as scary as COVID-19. Star Wars always is comforting.
So it is comforting. The internet is slowing down. Rachel says, "Hey Andrew, don't forget to give us a like and a subscribe if you are out there." Yes, absolutely, a like and a subscribe. Here we go. So this is our lunchtime show, something we're doing while people are locked up in isolation. Rural Farm Boy's here. Hey, Twitter First friends, having a workday lunch break with me. We are having a lunch with you, Rural Farm Boy. Once again, apologies if the internet
Rural.
If the internet goes poopy, I do apologize. I think everybody is using the internet, so it's going to be very, very slow on my end. You know, same old, nothing changes here. The one concern, I guess, is here in the province of Ontario, things might be closing for a while, Fantasia. They might just be like shutting everything down for a little while, foreseeable future probably. So maybe we won't have internet going forward anyway. But hopefully we will. We're planning on a lot of cool content for you, a lot of fun stuff going on. Like we said, this is our lunch stream. Basically, we're going to pick a topic. We'll talk about a topic. We will go online. We'll Google Star Wars. We'll look at the chat. This is only going to be about a half hour, 45-minute thing to do during the day. Look, if this pandemic goes longer, maybe we'll talk for longer. But for now, that's what we're going to do because I am working. This is just my lunch break from work. I'm working from home. I'm busy writing and whatnot. Andrew, how are you doing in isolation?
I'm also working. I got up at 8 and I've been making my review of last night's premiere of Westworld Season 3 ever since. And literally as soon as I finished editing and I started to upload it to YouTube, it was time to do this. So it's just been that to this. That's what I've been done. I'm still waiting for it to upload to process right now. So it should be ready to go in about 20 minutes, maybe.
20 minutes time.
We'll
also,
it depends how slow.
Yeah, my internet's probably slower than yours right now. We're not even moving, I think. So for those of you that are Marvel fans, if any of you are Marvel fans out there, you can... Andrew has a show over at RSPN Detours. The first one went up just at 11 a.m. and at 5 p.m. Eastern, he rewatches Iron Man 1. Greetings, everyone. But Andrew, greetings to you too, 2Med2. How you doing? How's everyone doing in isolation out there? Let's go straight into C3PO, Mr. Fantasia. C3PO, how is that handling? Apparently, according to Anthony Daniels, who was seen on, I think it was The View, he says that, this was actually Brock, I believe, talked about this on a podcast coming up, but he says that he said this is the ending of 3PO, blah, 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 and Anthony Daniels brought that up to J.J. Abrams, and J.J. Abrams said, this is not be the end of 3PO, not on my watch. That is what he said. He said he will not end 3PO. So, did J.J. Abrams decide not to end 3PO's storyline because, A, he was too chicken because it's J.J. Abrams and he has a problem with ending things, or B, because he thinks that 3PO will be used in the future, or C, because there's no point to?
Wow. Well, first of all, it's funny that C3PO as our topic today because I'm still, like I said, I'm still in Westworld mode, and Westworld is also about human cyborg relations. So there you go. I think that's just Anthony Daniels is the kind of guy who talks a lot, right? He just likes to talk and uh, boast about C3PO and how great C3PO is. I feel like this is just a very classic Anthony Daniels kind of reaction where he's like, "Hey, don't worry, you're going to see more of me. They're going to see more of 3PO. You can't have Star Wars without 3PO." It's just a little fun he has back and forth with the fans because he knows he's pretty much the ambassador at this point. So I think that this is just kind of bluster right now. I think that, of course, Anthony Daniels wants to come back because really, who else does he play? Like, where else is he doing stuff? He's a working actor, but he's not really a working actor, you know. And I'm not trying to diss on Anthony Daniels here. I love the guy. I'm just saying it'd be nice to see him in other things, but he's not. So of course he wants to come back and be C3PO because otherwise, where's his paychecks coming from?
I don't think he wants to come back as 3PO as much as, because I think he was like genuinely like, this is it. This is my last ride as 3PO. And then J.J. Abrams was like, no, you know, I mean, it might be your last ride, but you're not dying. You're not going away. There's a possibility for him to come back. Just look at the comments. I'm not going to repeat that, Rachel. So I just think that I think that they should make more of the Droids cartoon. I've been saying this. I'm going to start a petition on this, just having the Droids cartoon come back. And so I can't wait. Anthony Daniels said he was going to retire. Dude. He might retire. I think they should bring the Droids cartoon back, voiced by Anthony Daniels. He could sit in his house, just voice the character. At the same time, I think the stories in future Star Wars stories from the Skywalker saga should not feature C3PO, because if they do, I feel like then it's still part of the Skywalker saga. I think as long as 3PO and R2 are connected, the Skywalker saga is connected. And that's why, for me, I always wanted R2 it to end with R2 being shut down for good. That's always what I kind of wanted. Mr. Rez is here. He says, "Yikes! New York City, Buffalo." He's in. Oh, so anyway, Two Minutes was going toy shopping, and we're like, "Can you buy toys? That's not a necessity. Is that available? I have no idea." It's a scary world out there. So I think Anthony Daniels will reprise his role as 3PO in a very, very small scale. It won't be a film. It won't be, I mean, maybe Clone Wars. It won't be something like as big as that, though. It'll be like a toy, like something small, a commercial again, like that Walmart one. I think it'll be something like that. So he will be doing that again. But I think C3PO's storyline, his arc, his purpose was was fulfilled in the Skywalker saga. And I think that's all done now. So if he is ever in anything, he'll be a background character, which kind of was what he was in Force Awakens and Last Jedi. But he will definitely just be a background character going forward if he is ever seen again in motion pictures.
Well, Brock and I were talking about it, I think yesterday, and we were talking about how there's so much more room for Filoni to play in when he's making cartoons, and that that we're not going to see Lord Santeca anymore in the real world, at least, because Max von Sydow just passed away. But everybody wants to see Luke and Lord Santeca's adventures that they supposedly went on and had a grand old time. So
wait,
an animated series post.
Can I just interject? Okay. Did they supposedly go on adventures, or did we just all assume that they went on adventures?
They said like 20 times that those two ran around the galaxy doing great things.
Okay. I just wanted to know. Continue. Okay.
But yeah, like a post Jedi cartoon would be awesome. With all because you could have the characters, you could have Luke, Han, and Leia, and the droids and Chewie as the main characters of this cartoon, because it is a cartoon. So I don't know why. I don't know what they're waiting for, first of all. But if that happens, I can't imagine a world where they would get anybody else but Anthony Daniels to play Mr. C3PO, especially if they start the cartoon on Endor and he's chatting it up with the Ewoks who are worshiping him as a god, because he kind of is one.
Absolutely. I think I'm going to get a guest on for another lunchtime live stream so we could talk about the possibility of animated Star Wars shows and where are they and why haven't they happened yet? Why have they not happened? Where are these? Like, we had Rebels, and people were like, "Oh, Rebels," and then it ended, and everyone was like, "That was amazing," right? I think we're all agreeing that they were amazing. So then they make Resistance, and I think for the most part, people were underwhelmed by Resistance. But again, that was a 2-season show. Disney Plus launches, and they're like, "Well, Clone Wars is back for Disney Plus," and you get excited. But the problem with Clone Wars is it's a niche audience, right? Like their audience is already there. It's season 7. It's not like they're getting excited for a new show. It's season 7. So new fans are harder to come by because they're gonna have to find, they might see and be like, "Oh, I'm interested in that," and then then they can watch all of it, which is great. I'm not saying anything against that. But where's the new stuff? Where's the Sabine and Ahsoka show, which is the rumored thing happening? Where's that? Where's Laura Santeca and Luke? Where is Luke and Lando now? Like now we have that. Where's Luke and Lando? Where's Jana? Where's these kids?
Where's Lando and Jana?
Yeah, like where's all this stuff happening? You have the opportunity. Okay. Here's the thing. Animation takes like a year or two out from when we see it, right? Fine, but the Rise of Skywalker was in development like 2. They knew what this script was over a year ago. They knew what was happening in over a year ago. They could have been like, okay, based on this, let's tell this story in animation. Let's go for it. I'm just curious, even like a live action show, the Obi-Wan series, we have the scripts, but now the scripts are being rewritten. There's this huge problem going on with them. And I just want to know where it all is and what is the delay on animation. But I think that's a topic for another day. But what do you say, Andrew?
The animation delay makes sense. Yeah, these things take a long time, but I don't know. They do like to pick their moments when they reveal things, right? And maybe I'm assuming if I'm Lucasfilm right now, I'm thinking, okay, we literally have nothing on the slate that they know of, that the fans know of, except Mandalorian season 2. What? If we're going to throw a celebration this year, what the hell are we making the celebration about? What are we announcing? Season 2 is not an announcement. Everybody knows it's coming. We can show a trailer and people will get excited, but The Mandalorian is something people already know about. What are we going to surprise people with? So I'm assuming that if they were smart, they would have had some kind of plan in motion where it's like, okay, at Celebration, we're going to announce this show and this book. I don't know, something that's substantial enough to merit waiting for Celebration. As excited as I am for High Republic, I get that that's probably not something people want to go all the way to Anaheim to hear about. So they're sitting on these big things. They must be, and waiting for this right time to do it. Now, is Celebration getting canceled? I don't know. That's a story for another day. But I'm positive something's waiting for us there. Something big is waiting for us, and I think a cartoon is the next big announcement.
Is Celebration being canceled? That was this morning's Unleashed episode. Brock and I discussed that this morning. There was a live chat. I don't know if there's going to be a live chat every morning, but we're going to try. It might be on Detours, on RSPN Detours. So if you're not on there, get over there. There is going to be a morning live chat show coming. I don't know if it'll start Tuesday or Wednesday. It won't be live, but there'll be a live chat, and it's going to be something to start your day off with positivity and kind of steps to make your day better while you're living in isolation. But all Star Wars related. I'm going to have cool people from Star Wars joining me on there to talk about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Andrew, we're going to make sure Andrew's not a part of it because he's in too many videos right now. Jawa's
yeah. I'm literally. I am viral. I am like COVID. Mm-hmm. We're just trying to contain me and get me out of the way.
We've been trying to contain you for years. Just like it's as Rural Farm Boy says, smash the like button, share this with your friends. It's a smaller stream. Tonight we're going to be live tonight. I think we're going to go earlier tonight though, probably around 6 p.m. or so Eastern time, because of the way things are going. We're going to try to do it earlier. Again, RSPN Detours with all your Marvel and Star Wars over there, and over here is obviously just strictly Star Wars. I'm just waiting. I got shunned over there. Look, Frozen 2, 3 months early on Disney Plus. A Rise of Skywalker digital 3-4 days early on Friday that dropped. By the way, Andrew, there is a documentary. Watch Scavenger Scum tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I do a small little review of the documentary on the Rise of Skywalker. It is a joy. It is 2 hours long, so no more 5 minutes, 6 minute segments. It's 2 hours long, and it's called The Skywalker Legacy. So they mostly brush over, no, they 100% brush over the prequels. There's like 2 or 3 shots from the prequels. Fine. But they show clips from the 70s, 80s. They have there's a John Williams documentary, a digital exclusive John Williams documentary, where he talks about where you see him the first time in 1976 doing it and on. But that's a little bit of that is mentioned in the Skywalker Legacy. It is absolutely fantastic, a pure joy to watch. It's 2 hours long. You're not going to gain a ton of information. New information necessarily, but it is a lot of fun. You see how much fun everybody had making this movie and how much it actually meant to them doing this film, and how scary it was and this and that, and it's just it's absolutely a ton of fun. And you're welcome, Rachel. Yes, Rural, 6 p.m. tonight. You're welcome, Rachel. It's awesome. No worries, Rural. People miss the 9 a.m. chat. Yeah, you missed the 9 a.m. chat. That's no worries. There's replays, so you can listen to it anytime you want. But it was on Patreon early anyway, so I think anybody on Patreon got their fill of that. Absolutely. I think my internet just died right now. I'm not sure.
You got wacky laggy for a second, but you're clear now. That sounds like a cool documentary. I'm still living in the world where I still have not seen anything that even comes close to being as candid as the beginning from the Phantom Menace DVD. They really they didn't sugarcoat anything there. And I'm looking forward to the day when I can see documentaries like that again in Star Wars movies. But I am just not a digital guy, so I'm not watching that till I can get my hands on a Blu-ray, whenever that may be.
Well, you should go digital. You don't have to touch anything. There's less germs. Digital, way to go. Josh is here watching Frozen 2 this weekend with the Padawan. Awesome.
Hey, Josh.
Awesome. Got a lot of writing to do this week, too. No, the digital copy, it looks beautiful. It's a fantastic transfer of it. I'm really happy with it. And the documentary was splendid. I'll say my favorite part of the documentary, and you will get this on Scavenger Scum tomorrow night, but my favorite part of the documentary is when they fall through the quicksand. When they're in there, they show you how they rigged that, and that was bonkers. I thought that was super cool, super inventive, like just creative. How they were like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. Like, there's so many steps to it, and just that sequence alone costs more than Parasite probably. So like, it was just like crazy what went into that. It was phenomenal.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I would recommend to anybody, even Andrew Fantasia, to get the digital copy, because you're not going to leave your house. Stores are shutting down, Andrew. You're not going to get just buy it on digital and watch it with the rest of the world. Because chat. Okay, Rachel, I'm going to exclude you from this. But does anybody in the chat have the digital copy of The Rise of Skywalker right now? Because one thing I'm thinking about doing is a live watch through of it. So there we go. But there's a delay, so I'm going to have to wait like 7 minutes for them to catch up here. My internet goes from perfect to bad as it all happens here. But if anybody in the chat has the digital copy, I'm thinking about doing a live watch through of the movie itself. So it's just something fun to do, I think. And we could critique it together and talk about all of that as it's happening live in front of us. Just reading.
Like a commentary across the world.
Exactly. And it's a lot of fun. But the documentary is great. There is one of the special features on it. I'm not going to do a review of this because this one is only 5 minutes, but it's called Warwick and Son. And it's just Warwick Davis becoming Wicket once again. Or is it Wicket and Son? But it's about him becoming Wicket once again and how his son played Wicket's son. He goes, he's never really referred to as Wicket's son, but I think we can all assume that he's Wicket's son. So it was really nice to see that it was Warwick Davis and his son Harrison playing.
By the way, the visual dictionary didn't mention anything there. that visual dictionary didn't mention a lot of things, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that his character's name is Willow W. Warwick.
I actually don't think they no, he doesn't have a name. They actually say he doesn't have a name. Warwick Davis says he doesn't have a name. So he will get a name. Hopefully it is Willow. All right, Andrew, we're going to do a contest. For everybody watching, we're going to be doing a contest. So share this. There is a contest happening. And what we're going to do is, it doesn't come out until August 25th, and we don't have early access to it, so don't get too excited. But we're going to give away a copy of Star Wars High Republic Light of the Jedi, the first book coming out by Charles Soule. That's what we are going to do. Here's how you enter. Do you know how to answer the contest, Fantasia?
Do I know how to enter the contest? No, I don't.
All right, here's how you answer the contest. All you have to do is watch us every day this week, the 12 p.m., the lunchtime live stream. It'll be 12 p.m., 12:50, depending, because working from home, maybe you go to lunch a little bit late, whatever. The 12 o'clock live stream, all you have to do is watch the 12 o'clock live stream, and at some point during that live stream, we are going to say what should we call it, like the fulcrum word? The word of the day. So we're going to have a word, and we're going to say a word. And each day there will be a different word that we will say to you live. And Friday we will say the very last word. So there'll be 5 words in total. The very last word will be said on Friday during the live stream. You have until 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Friday to email us at rebelscumbags@gmail.com. all 5 words, and you will be entered into the draw to win Star Wars High Republic, The Light of the Jedi. That's what we're going to do. It's going to be fun. So what we'll do is whenever we get the winner, we'll put the order in, and it'll be on your doorstep. You know, mail's still a thing. It will be on your doorstep August 25th, 2020 on its release. So that's what we're going to do. So we have the first word today.
Can I guess what it is before you say it out loud?
Yeah, if you want to, sure.
I think the first word is peach.
No. Maybe if this was a Super Mario podcast, it would be peach. But yeah, so okay.
Well, it looks like I didn't read notebooks.
Rachel's saying the magic word. So we're just going to give you the word, and then each day when you hear the word, write it down in your notebook or on your phone or whatever you do. And then on Friday by 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you email us rebelscumbags@gmail.com. The word. Today's first word, Sith. The first word, the first magic word, the first fulcrumish word is Sith. So Sith is the first word. Just write that down. And when you have all 5 words. So the point of it being 8 p.m. is not everybody can make the lunchtime chat. But maybe you rewatch it later or listen to it later or whatnot. So every day, so you have until 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Friday. And then we will announce the winner the following week on either the Scavenger Scum or the main podcast show. Probably the main podcast show, it makes sense. But we'll figure that out. We'll let you know as the week goes on. And we'll make that announcement. But we'll be here all week. So that's the contest we're going to do all week. The fulcrum word for today is Sith. 4 more words to go. There's no other mystery involved. You just have to tell us all the 5 words that we say. So it's just fun, something to do right now. Okay, Andrew, I'm going to type in Star Wars on Google.
Oh, yeah, do it. While you're typing that in, I noticed something that I wanted to call attention to the other day when I was at Indigo, or at Chapters Brampton, rather. I was doing a promo thing for Side Scroller. And I found this book, James. I don't know if you have seen or heard of it before. People in the chat, I don't know if you've seen or heard of it before. It's this book right here by Jason Fry. It is called The Galactic Explorer's Guide. Can you see that? Pull it back.
Down a bit. It looks like a VHS. Oh, it's on your phone.
Yeah.
That's why it looks like a VHS. It's not a real book. All right. Okay, your phone went black.
The Galactic Explorer's Guide. And I found this picture inside of a map of the galaxy, but it's weird because they changed stuff around. It's a different map. It's uglier and smaller now with less stuff than it was before. Because, before we had the core, the colonies, the mid-rim, the outer rim, all that fun stuff. Everybody knew it. It was basic knowledge. Now it's all weird and different. So I don't know what this is all about. I don't know where this came from, but I really hope they're not changing the galaxy map, because that was kind of like a solid thing that's been going throughout that nobody had a problem with. I don't know. I'm afraid.
You should be afraid right now. Whoa, the chat just went up. Awesome sauce. Fucking worse. Peachy. Real live streams. What's happening, my people? Dale's here. Dale's in. This is a great idea. Thanks, Josh.
Hello, Dale.
Yeah, so anyway, so I typed in Star Wars. Not a lot of news happening right now, but the High Republic author Justina Ireland on exploring and inscribing a new era of Star Wars. There's an article right now on Polygon. So she spoke to Polygon, and I think this will be a separate video, but the mandate for the High Republic initiative was to do something new in the Star Wars universe. What did it mean to you to get started? So she answers all the types of questions like that. There is one that caught my eye. It has to do with the prequels, and that says the Star Wars prequels ran into some difficulty. This is the interviewer. Ran into some difficulty connecting to the original trilogy. And I have to imagine there are lessons to learn from that. How did you and the team approach writing a prequel? Do the High Republic stories feel separated and walled off even while feeding into the history we know? And then she replies, working with a story group of other writers who are all very cognizant of the grief a prequel brings with it was pretty great. But this is also completely separate, completely standalone. We're not following that same Skywalker saga that we've been following for so many years. So here's the thing. See, I love the prequels, obviously, but I think we've hit this area now where the Phantom Menace comes out, we're like, ooh, it's a prequel. And of course, what was that one? Loaded Weapon 1, the prequel to the sequel. That one, like prequels weren't a thing and then they became a thing. I think people are tired of sequels. Like when they're tired of Avengers, like for instance, Avengers Infinity War 1 and 2. Right, they're like, no, there's not 1 and 2. It still is 1 and 2. They just gave them different names. People are tired of that, I think. And what she's saying here is this is a prequel, but it's not it's not actually a prequel. It's its own thing that just happens to take place earlier because it's not connected to the events that we know. How do you feel? What are your thoughts on that aspect of it, Fantasia, where it's not going to connect to the Skywalkers as far as we know?
I'm fine with that 100%. There's so much goodness in that in the part of the history that we haven't seen yet. There's so much goodness there, and I don't want them to be stuck trying to be like, ooh, but don't worry, here's Yoda. Like you don't need to do that. Everybody is cool with starting over somewhere else. I get that they're scared of like casual fans would be like, oh, where's Princess Leia? I don't understand. I don't know why casual fans sound like old ladies in my brain, but that's a casual fan voice for you, where they're like, Princess Leia is supposed to be in Star Wars. I get that some Disney executives are probably scared of that happening, but it says Star Wars on the book. People are going to pick it up. People are going to read it. And let's be real. These are all books. None of these are movies. And there are a ton of Star Wars books, both in canon and in Legends, that have nothing to do with anything. They're just full of characters nobody cares about. Cough, Skelly, cough. So we're already living in that world. They're just telling different stories in it. It's not too new of a concept.
Yeah, me too. I think if we were dealing with films, this would be a bit different. Going back to what you were just saying about that book, Rural Farm Boy has never seen that book either, so that's a great find. You didn't buy it, I guess.
I didn't buy it, no.
What was it called again?
It was called, let me pull it up here, Star Wars: The Galactic Explorer's Guide. And there's, I don't know if you can see, there's that big yellow sticker on the cover. There's an augmented reality thing. So apparently you download an app. Yeah, you get an app, and then you look at the book through the app. I don't know. It's some weird stuff. But I'm not crazy about that map, man. It's like it looks like a map for a totally different thing, and whatever that totally different thing is like 1% as big as how big Star Wars is. That's what it looks like.
All right, let's move on. I love augmented reality, by the way. Anyway, Star Wars. Here's something on Cheat Sheet, this website called Cheat Sheet. Never heard of it, but now I'm on it. Cheat Sheet says Star Wars, why female heroes were removed from Return of the Jedi. This is March 15th, this article says that was a couple yesterday. Matthew Tranchinsky, I don't know, I can't read. Star Wars may have received more academic attention than any other franchise in the history of the world. Much of the academic attention surrounding Star Wars has to deal with gender. Many commentators have noted the first 6 Star Wars films have only two major female characters, Leia and Amidala. Return of the Jedi was going to have some female heroes. Though briefly glimpsed, these characters were going to help attack the Death Star near the climax of the film. However, the characters were ultimately cut from the film. Have you heard about this, Fantasia?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
No.
Much like the original Star Wars film Return of the Jedi features an attack on the Death Star, fighters of different races and species take part in the heroic assault. However, they're all male. Originally, a trio of female pilots appeared in the film during the Death Star attack. One was played by actress Vivian Chandler. She had a page of dialogue. A page, that's a lot. A page of dialogue in the film. Chandler is primarily known for her roles in the acclaimed films like A Clockwork Orange, Victor Victoria, and Young Sherlock Holmes. Yahoo Entertainment reports Chandler's excised role in Return of the Jedi made her a regular presence at fan conventions. Interesting. Another of the female pilots had a single line of dialogue. Oddly enough, her line was dubbed over by a man, perhaps due to technical issue. The third female pilot was significantly older. This is a contrast to most other pilots in the Star Wars films. Audiences would get to see an older pilot save the day in a Star Wars film until Lando Calrissian appeared in Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. The legacy of these. So you never heard of any of that before?
No, I haven't.
Me neither. There is a clip. I could see if I can play this clip if anybody wants to see it. Since there's such a massive delay, everybody's going to want to see it because there's no choice in what's going on. So give me a second here, Andrew, while I try to pull up the clip of what's happening here. It seems worthwhile, I suppose, to play it because I, like you.
What did you say that actress's name was? The one who had a page of dialogue?
Her name was Vivian Chandler. All right.
Vivian Chandler. Okay.
All right. I am going to play this clip for everybody in the chat right now. Copyright Lucasfilm Limited. Clearly copyright. Is there any audio on this? Maybe this is a silent thing. So, oh, here we go.
Close to the ground.
Stay close to the ground.
Firing proton torpedoes.
Firing proton torpedoes.
Now you're coming into an area where you're going to start to crash. Start to panic. I've lost my main stabilizer. I can't pull out.
I've lost my main stabilizer. I can't pull
Start
out.
rocking the gimbals. You're going into crash. Okay, cut. Got it.
Green leader standing by.
3 of them coming in, 20 degrees.
3 of them coming in, 20 degrees.
I'm on it, Red Leader.
I'm on it, Red Leader.
There's too many of them.
There's too many of them.
You're taking a lot of fire. Back off.
You're taking a lot of fire. Back off.
Red 4, watch out.
Red 4, watch out.
I'm hit.
I'm hit.
It's your left power supply.
It's your left power supply. You pick one up, watch it.
My scope's negative. Where is he?
My scope's negative. Where is he? Red 6. The squad of fighters have broken through.
We're starting our attack run on the main power tree.
We're starting our attack run on the main power tree.
I copy, moving into positions. I copy, moving into positions.
I copy, moving into positions.
Stay clear of their front batteries.
Stay clear of the front batteries.
It's a heavy fire zone down there.
It's a heavy fire zone down there.
I'm in range. Pick one up, watch it.
You pick one up, watch it.
My scope's negative, where is he?
My scope's negative, where is he?
Red 6, squad of fighters has broken through.
All right.
6 squad fighters have broken through.
Well, we'll go on there. So that's the 3 of them right there. I've never seen that footage before. This was uploaded. This was uploaded December 25th to 21st, 2015. So we are way behind. Let me go over to the chat to see if we're the only idiots who haven't seen this footage. Apparently, we're not Star Wars fans.
I'm a little bummed that she had a name in the video. It said her name was Derovio Bolt, because I was going to say, like, we should do a contest where we try to name her, come up with a really fun name for this pilot who we never got to see. But she already had a name, apparently. A lady in a scene that got cut already has a name, and yet we have a lot of characters in movies who don't. This is cray.
I'm curious why all of this was cut.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's I know everybody complains because they don't understand how to make movies, but things get cut all the time. I'm wondering why this got cut, if it was for time, like a lot of things are, if it just didn't flow or whatnot. I'm really curious.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like Granny Fighter. Says Rachel for the last one. Well, I mean, you figure though the rebellion would have people of all ages. It's like whoever they can get would be fighting for them, right? So, I guess a little bit.
Yeah, man, the rebellion is everybody and anybody.
Yeah, a little diversity in that would be great to see going forward right there. Just the last lady was that. That's fine. Okay, so what else do you got on the docket? So that's a cool story. Thank you to Matthew Trichinsky for writing that one. I wasn't sure.
Thank you.
I wasn't sure where that article was going when I clicked on it, and now I'm glad that I clicked on it. So that was from Cheat Sheet, right there. Luke Hemsworth felt stung after Star Wars snub. Do you know who Luke Hemsworth is? Is he one of the Hemsworth brothers?
I know there's Luke, Chris, and Liam. I think that's the.
He looks like Chris Hemsworth and Chris Pine had a brother together.
There's one, I can't remember if it's Luke or Liam, but one of them is on Westworld.
This is the oldest brother of Chris Hemsworth and Liam Hemsworth.
Okay, so I think that is the Westworld guy because he looks significantly older than the other two. So he was stunned that it got snubbed?
Stung like a bee sting. Stung. Luke Hemsworth felt stung after being overlooked for a role in Star Wars. This article is coming to us from Fox 1141. I think it's 1141. I don't know. Fox 41 Yakima. And the article is by Celebritainment. One of my favorite. You did.
Knocked something over on my. It's my mouse. I'm good.
Good. Going.
I'm curious.
Rural Farm Boy, of course, saw those clips years back. Why does Andrew know Hemsworth brothers so well?
Because we're tight. Okay, we go out for barbecues all the time. Rural.
Okay, wait.
Red. Sorry.
So he felt stung after an audition for Star Wars. So let's go over the new male Star Wars character, or the Disney era Star Wars characters, okay? You have Kylo.
You do that, I'm going to pop down and fix my mouse. I'll be right back.
Well, as long as you're hearing me, because I need to guess. So here's the characters he could have auditioned for, right? So Finn, Poe, Kylo, Cassian, Lando, Han from Solo. Who else? Hux. Who am I missing? Is that it? Okay, those are eight. Can you, out of those 8 characters, can you guess who he auditioned for, Fantasia?
I don't know how old he is.
38.
So I'm going to guess Poe Dameron.
He either was 33, 32, 30, around there. He's probably around earlier 30s though when he auditioned. Remember that.
Yeah, I think Poe Dameron is a safe bet.
He auditioned.
That sounds like something like that he would have tried out for too, because he's kind of that kind of character on Westworld too. He's a security guy and he's very heroic. And he's always trying to like help people, but he's not very good at his job. Spoilers. So yeah, I think that'd be a good fit for him. I can see him being Mr. Poe, but I'm glad we got Oscar Isaac.
Luke Hemsworth shared with whatever this is, 41 Yakima, that Fox 41 Yakima, that this is in quotes now, I've definitely auditioned for Han Solo. I really wanted that. That one really hurt more than others because I wanted it so much. You develop thick skin fairly quickly because more often than not, you're getting turned down. So Luke Hemsworth, the brother of the Hemsworth, is audition for Han Solo, which begs the question, Fantasia, was Alden Ehrenreich the right choice?
Compared to Luke Hemsworth, yeah. I mean, I love
You're like so disgusted.
Hemsworth. He seems like a cool guy, but I don't see Solo. I don't see him being that young Solo that we got. No, he was too old to play that role at the time, man. That's not happening unless this is the super young Hemsworth. Then maybe,
Well,
but
he
the
would
one
have
I'm
been-
thinking of, no.
He would have been when they shot it like 34, 35.
Still way too old, man. That's older than A New Hope Han. No way.
Yeah. Anyway, we should make Solo 2 happen because I think that needs to be said. That needs to be done. Everybody likes Solo.
Yeah.
We got to get that. But I think Ron Howard's done with Star Wars, all in all. Maybe as like a small little thing, but I think he said on Collider he's kind of done with Star Wars. He did his thing. He had fun with it. He'll move on. So I don't think we should expect Ron Howard to return to Star Wars anytime soon. But that's fine. Bryce Dallas Howard could do the sequel to Solo. We'll go for it.
Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah. Charlie Skywalker got it right. He said Solo, and Rachel says that Alden was the best choice. I'm not going to disagree. They chose him for a reason. Obviously, having a relationship with Steven Spielberg did not hurt him whatsoever. But all of these people are chosen for a specific reason. That is a fact. I'll try to find one more article, Andrew, and then we will wrap this up. 24 minutes. This is from 24 minutes ago. So here we go. 24 minutes ago, John Boyega and Oscar Isaac recall their chemistry in first Star Wars audition. It's been quite a build-up of freaking out, says Daisy Ridley in behind-the-scenes clip. It's nerve-wracking. I don't really know how to describe it, but I feel more than... This is from the documentary, the Skywalker Legacy. When Oscar came into audition, this is what John Boyega says. Obviously, I had the role before. Boyega deadpans. Oscar hadn't done much. So he's making light of the fact that he had appeared in one movie and Oscar Isaac had appeared in a lot. It was more of a technicality. I wouldn't call it an audition. They're just making fun. This is a nothing story. I'm sorry I clicked on it. They're basically just telling you what happens in the documentary. More of a read, but he read the scene and I was kind of like, JJ, what are we doing, man? It's him. Come on, we're wasting time, man. It's nice to be able to actualize that chemistry we had on the first read. And I will agree. I think the chemistry between those two, I think between the big three, is undeniable. That's what I think.
Oh yeah, it's sad it took us 3 movies to see that chemistry, but when we saw it, my God, was it ever great. 2 guys, a girl, and a pizza place on Endor. It has to happen.
It's got to happen. It's got to happen. All right. Before we wrap this up, Fantasia, do you want to tell everybody what the fulcrum, the magic word of the day is? And maybe can you explain the content? Me too.
The contest is we're going to be saying a magic fulcrum word every one of these episodes, and we're doing it 5 days a week. So there's going to be 5 words. At the end of the week on Friday, you send an email to rebelscumbags@gmail.com with those 5 words in the email. All 5 of them. You can't cheat and just put 2 or 3. Copy of Light of the Jedi, the High Republic novel by Charles Soule. Yep. Is that his name? That's coming out in August. And we're going to get that copy to the winner as soon as it comes out. And our first fulcrum word is, that's it, Sith. Just don't unscramble the letters or you might come up with something bad.
Yeah. No cursing in the email, please. Make Solo 2 happen. Make it happen, Rez.
Yeah.
Make it happen. Andrew, I think you had to answer Rachel in the chat. We'll be back tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern for this one with another magic word. But tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern, live stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a good time doing that live stream tonight. Thank you all so much for spending the afternoon with us here. Some of us have to go back to working from home. Gonna get some food before that happens. And some of us just have to go stay away from everybody. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Have fun. Andrew, everybody, may the force of others be with you.
Always.